We'll start with the Mustard C53S, a long curved terrestrial hook, size 12. And this is an absolutely new technique I've been working on the whole winter. So I've only developed one pattern with it, which I'm about to show you, which is a mayfly. So just put some tight thread on like that and remove that. This pattern came about because I wanted to use other hackles such as teal and coq de lion, partridge, as a parachute hackle, but I wanted to keep it as low as possible in the water. So this is what I've come to develop, and I think it's nearly about time that it's approaching its finishing stages. I haven't fished with it yet at all because it's only been this winter in development, so that'll be done this summer. So firstly, tie in a little bunch of Antron yarn. So we take this, now it's important, this is a very important stage. We lift when we're going down the hook shank like this, and we move it from side to side with each turn, because we want to keep this yarn absolutely in the middle of the hook shank on top. We don't want it going around the sides of the hook shank at all, and this is the way to achieve that. Okay, then we'll go up again just a wee bit to about there. Then what we need, this is one with a parachute hackle of coq de lion. Now again, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'll show you now. The absolute best coq de lion I've ever come across is from Chevron hackles. This is Flor d'Escobar, and these are the real deal. These are not American, these come from Spain, and they're absolutely fantastic. Can't be beaten. So what we do now is we have to remove these fluffy bits at the bottom with the thick dark bar. Then we have to pull a piece out like this, so we level the tips as much as we can. Take hold of that and then trim that off. Collect this bunch and put it in a hair stacker. This is just a mini hair stacker. So we get all the points level. Take that out. Now the length, you tie this in like you're tying in a tail. So the length of the tail, if you think of it as a tail, will be the length of your hackle afterwards. So for a size 12 hook we want that about there. So I'll just hold that there and we'll just tack that in on top of the hook shank there. And firstly we go up and then we come back. Now again, this tail or hackle fibres we have to keep on top of the hook shank all the way down. Very important, right on top of the Antron, like so. Then we can go back up. There we are, that's perfect. We can lift these up now and trim those off at an angle. And just tack those in so they're not straying around. There we go. Now we need to go back up to the base of where we tied in the hackle fibres, like so. And now we need a peacock herl. Now the best place to take this is directly under the eye. These are the strongest and the shortest. We don't want one with long fibres here. So there we are, and we want this with the fibres pointing towards the hackle fibres. So I'll just tie that in there. Pull that over, we need a bit more purchase on that. There we are. So I'll just tie that in. And this is going to be the thorax. So this is a reverse pattern. Pull that off. So that's about where the thorax is, so where it ends. So what we want now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 turns of tying thread approximately. And you'll see why when I wind this peacock herl. So I put a hackle plier on the peacock herl, and then I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll do is then you see the tying thread has come back to the peacock herl, and I just need to take 1 turn to tie that off. Now we can tie it down properly. Like so. We go down here, and I take a piece of pearl flash and we tie this in. Fold it over like so. And then I go back up to the thorax, just there, like so. Then what I can do is wrap this for the body, for the abdomen, all the way up. We just want a thin pearl flash body here, like so. Then we can tie that off. Remove that. I think it's better if I turn this way for you. What we have to do is take a flatter. I'll move, try and reposition the hook a little so you can see this a little better as well. Perhaps that's better. Like so. Then we want a flat surface. I normally use my thumbnail, but you're not going to see anything there. Just to push down those hackle fibres and separate them. As much as we can, half and half, like so. Then I bring the antron So I look up over the thorax, and we take a couple of turns, looser turns, of tying thread around there like so, and then we can tighten up the parachute hackle. Just position the fibres. There we are. Tighten up that tying thread. Now we hold this in position and we go around, ribbing the body, right down to the hook eye. We lift up, take our whip finish, tighten, give it one more. Like so, tighten that up, remove that, and then I want a couple of strands out to one side there, and a couple of strands out there, and remove that. These we can trim off just like that. I'll just reposition that for you so we can see it properly. Still not open enough. There we are. And that's the Coq de Lion parachute hackle. Now I haven't found a name for it yet, but it's not only Coq de Lion that you can use. Here's one I made with teal, which looks beautiful. You can make them with partridge, whatever you like, but it's a new technique and they hang in the surface absolutely beautiful. So it needs a bit more development, and as I said, I've not fished with it yet, but that's just a matter of time. I'm sure it'll work great. Give it a go.